So yeah, all these Christians, right, that say they hate sin, they don't really hate sin. If they hated sin, they would hate the law. But they're constantly giving you prescriptions. They're constantly saying, you've got to do this and you've got to do that. You know, choose you this day. Choice is a doing. I'm afraid it's a doing. And so if your salvation is based on your choice, you're saved by your works, mate. And that was what the old law was all about, showing the futility of. And so these, like, I speak to a street preacher on Facebook often, and he'll talk about how, like, he hates sin, and that's what Jesus is saving you from. But he puts people that listen to him under bondage. He does. He's exactly like, and a lot of these pastors and Christians are exactly like what Jesus said of the Sadducees and the Pharisees. They will go travelling around trying to make a disciple, and they'll be like twice the son of Gehenna as they were. Gehenna, by the way, is just the Greek word is translated as hell in scriptures, and it's a false translation. It should just be translated as like the valley of Hinnom or something like that, because Gehenna referred to a valley on the side of Jerusalem where they chucked the rubbish away. It was an image that he was using, basically calling, you know, like the word naughty means, it comes from naught, and if you call somebody naughty, you're saying they amount to nothing, they're trash, they're garbage. So Jesus was just saying that these what these proselytizers, what we would call evangelicals now, are doing is they're naughty people. The proselytizers, the evangelicals, they're garbage. It's what Jesus is saying. You know, I'm just giving them the judgment of their own Lord. Is they're going around, and the people that they successfully proselytize are twice as much garbage as they are. I mean, that's not my opinion. That's what the Bible says. The Bible. Yeah, and that's the liberating fact of it. It was for putting across this idea that there's nothing you've got to do, that God's fine with you. You know, that there's no. I mean, in a sense, a lot of the kind of Christian theology and dogma, it assumes, it never says explicitly. They won't just come out and say, yeah, God's a weakling and we've got to protect him. But that's what it assumes. You know, that if you've got to fight for the truth, it ain't the truth, mate. It's what it is. Look. Do I have to do anything, right, to support all this? Do I really? No, I don't. It's there. Here it is, applauding itself, you know? And then I don't have to do anything to maintain it. I have to strive to try and persuade people maybe of my own view of it, but it's independent of me. And these Christians running around saying, yeah, we're warriors for God. Can't God fight for himself? Oh, come on. Isn't he all powerful, omnipotent, omniscient everywhere? Come on. Well, what are you going to do for him? What are you going to do for it? Nothing, mate. Nothing. Just come out from behind that mask. Get out of the trench, mate. We're not in World War I anymore. You know, we're not there. You don't have to fight anymore. Just come out and acknowledge that you're gratifying yourself, mate. You're like, I'm the hero. I'm going to go out and save, taking this generation back for Christ. Yes! Me. That's what it is. That's what they're doing. So, I mean, the hubris of it. You know, hubris, you got Ajax. A typical example of it is an expression of hubris. As Ajax stands on this cliff edge and he's like, yeah, you gods can't get me, I'm powerful. And then a lightning bolt goes down and just strikes the cliff off. It's just man pretending to be God. We are God. There's nothing else but God. If God is real, he's doing everything. And how do you know me if not through my actions? So we are all, everything is the action of God. Back to non-duality. Non-duality is fun. Yes it is. Free and liberating. I can be a Wally and a silly Billy if I want to be.